Hello, everyone. I wanted to come in and give my bi-weekly update. Um, Now that I've been in quarantine for this Thursday will be 3 weeks, and I'm still trucking, getting on by. I would give anything to be back at work right now. And, I'm very, very grateful that, Matt's been having to work from home because he can't go out to people's houses right now as a warranty tech. And Ellison's home. Clearly, I know people have been seeing me posting on Facebook about her. So it's been nice that it's not just me in the house. Otherwise, I think I would go pretty stir crazy. And of course, Ellison's not going to let me have a dull moment. No way. Anyways, I wanted to come on here for a minute, give everyone my update. Things have actually been really good. Chemo was great on Friday. Really, nothing's been going on. Actually, it's been pretty smooth sailing. I know I tend to use that phrase quite a bit, but it's the truth. Haven't really been having any side effects, which is nice. Actually, the only thing I've noticed at all, which you're not going to notice on camera, is my nails are changing. I'm starting to have some discoloration on a couple of them, and they're going like curved and flat. So I don't know if you can tell. Oh, this is terrible. But all right, so there's that dark discoloration in the corner, which is like, Lauren, that's nothing. But to me, it's an obvious sign that, my nails are definitely changing. They look pretty good right now. I need to file them. But yeah, they're flattening out. Oh no, they got a little hump in them. Really weird. I'm definitely losing my eyebrows. So this one's almost gone. I actually asked Matt, I was like, once that disappears, I was like, do I need to shave my other one to match it? I was like, I think that'd be really weird. And you cannot tell, but right here, I have only two on this bottom right side. So the idea that I was done losing hair clearly is not over with yet. But at the same time, I don't know if you could tell, but all this, that's all peach fuzz. So the hair on my head is growing, but I'm definitely losing my eyebrows and the rest of my eyelashes. So I'm hoping, I'm like, please God, just let them hold on a little bit longer. I have 6 weeks left, 6 rounds left, but we'll see. I don't know. It's super depressing that I lose my eyebrows, in my opinion. I think out of all the hair I've lost, I would say my nose hairs and my eyebrow hair and my eyelashes. Those are my top three I wish I had not lost. Because, nose hair wise, man, I've had the only thing that's at all sucked over the last 2 weeks is, and of course, I think it's all pollen related as well, is I've had so much congestion. And it's nothing coronavirus related for me. It's just, I've always had this since I've started losing nose hairs, is that I tend to apparently collect a lot of snot. Fun fact. And so I'm just like, man, all day long I'm coughing up stuff. But even now, because the pollen's been so bad, it's got that tint color to it. So you're like, oh, this is pollen related. Anyhow, enough of my jibber jabbering of randomness. Things are going good. Actually, today was a big day. I went and had my ultrasound. And unfortunately, I did not get to get copies of the pictures today. I wish I would have. But based on the original measurements in November till now, all three of them have decreased more than half of their size, which is great. I'm very, very happy. To the point that it turns out there's a very high chance when I have radiation, I'm actually not even going to have it on my right side whatsoever. Which I was very surprised because all three masses are invasive. I just assumed, since we have to remove lymph nodes from each side, that's just kind of the in general MO. That's what's going to happen. But nope. I found out today there's a good chance I'll only have radiation on my left side, which is nice. And actually, any time now I should be getting ready to schedule my surgery. I cannot believe I'm already talking that I feel like my surgery is just around the corner. May 8th again is my last day of chemo. So June 8th would be the very earliest I could have surgery. They definitely want me to wait a month. But so at some point in June, I'm having surgery and I'm getting rid of the tatas and I cannot wait. I don't know I can't remember if I said it in the last video or not, but I kid you not, something happens almost daily to me that makes me think like reason 101 of why I'm getting rid of my breasts. I got so many reasons as time's going by, making a mess of myself or whatever. But so, yeah. So once we do surgery, which I found out I only have to stay in the hospital for one night, so that's really nice. And recovery should only take 2 to 4 weeks tops, which I'm really excited about, which means radiation is going to get done even sooner. And on top of radiation being done sooner, and on top of radiation only being done to one side, there's a good chance I'm not going to have 6 weeks worth of radiation. So that's just an even more positive situation for me. And then the biggest plus I found out too of it all is I'll actually get to have my T-port, my trusty rusty port there. I'll get to finally have it removed when I have surgery done. So, when I had that surgery done to have the port placed, I'm a sucker. I'm a big wuss when it comes to needles and a big wuss when it comes to pain. Doesn't matter how tough I can be. I'm a wuss. I am. I cried like a baby when they stuck that needle into my neck to numb me. And I remember the random nurse, they asked the nurse to come up and just hold my hand. Like the big tough guy in the room had to come hold my hand because I was crying. I was so freaked out because needles just give me anxiety. And so I'm really glad, really, really glad I'm not going to have to relive that. At least this time I'll be knocked out, which is do whatever you need to, Timmy. Just knock me out first. So it was big news, good results from the ultrasound, surgery's coming. I cannot believe that, we're in the home stretch. I can't believe that as I'll get my 6th round of chemo, or my 7th, I'll have my 7th round of chemo this Friday. So I'll only have 5 rounds left. It's insane. And it's crazy to think too that, as much as I'd give anything again to be at work right now and helping my girls and just being out there socializing. I would give anything to hug a random person. I know that sounds crazy, but anyone knows me as an extrovert. The social aspect has been, it's been sad. But just to be around people and interacting, I just can't wait to get back to that. But I have to say that despite what all is going on out there, that I'm glad that I am forced to be at home, because I am so susceptible to everything. We learned that the very first round of chemo I had. You remember I went neutropenic. I ended up in the hospital for a week. So we don't need any of that happening again. But what's crazy to think is that as of right now, per Trump, I'm on, the social distancing till April 30th. And if that doesn't get extended, which there's no telling, May 8th, the following Friday, a week later is my last chemo. So it's crazy to think I will have stayed home for about a month and a half, and just kind of breeze through the chemo like no big deal. I mean, I tell you what, I wouldn't change that for anything. I'd rather have chemo every Friday and knock it out than have to space it out like I was before, because it just makes it go by so quick. And everyone knows you, and the staff's very nice, and it just makes for it's the closest I get to social interacting is getting to go to chemo. You would not believe how excited I get to go to chemo right now, just to get out of the house. But no, I very much am grateful for the time I have at home, but I'm definitely ready to get back to the norm ASAP. Let's see. We've been working on projects in the house. I've learned that, of course, going through chemo, you cannot have fresh flowers and plants in your house. We actually learned that the hard way when I stayed in the hospital when I was neutropenic. They actually had to remove the flowers from my room because you're just not allowed to have them on the oncology floor. And so I don't know exactly what it is. It's something about the contamination on flowers and plants, which to a healthy person that would be no issue, but somebody with an immune, compromised system, that can do a toll. And so I'm trying to make up for it because I definitely miss having flowers around. And so we've gotten some flowers for outside, and slowly and, distantly I planted them and, used gloves and made sure to, try to not be all up in their face and them up in mine. But so I'm trying to have a green thumb. This is my first time really holding my ground. And so far, everything's been blooming and growing like crazy, which is nice. So fingers crossed that I don't kill all my plants, because that is the typical MO of Matt and I. We have no green thumb at all. So we're really both trying to make sure we don't let these plants die outside. But at least I can water them from a distance, so it's not like I'm getting all up close to them. And they just make my house look a little more prettier. Anywho, so everything's been going good. I can't think of anything else going on. I feel like I was just on here, but you know, it's been a couple weeks. If I hadn't gone to that appointment today, I couldn't have even told you what day it was, let alone the date. I was all backwards at that appointment with my time and dates and everything. But yeah, I hope everyone is doing good. I hope the ones that are, you know, having to stay home, I hope you're not going stir crazy and their kids are not driving you crazy. And for anyone out there that is having to work that I know, Lord help me, if I could help you, I would. I'd be there in a heartbeat. So yeah, I'm going to keep this right over 10 minutes. You know, that's my normal. But I hope everyone's doing well, and I will be back in a couple weeks. It looks like I'm only going to have a few more of these videos before the end of my chemo. God, I can't believe I'm already saying that. So I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.